I guess one thing I could bring up, actually, topic of alignment came up talking with Rise of Bane, and specifically about lawful evil. What does that necessarily mean? Because, of course, I claim that Lilly is lawful evil. I think it's definitely an interesting topic. So, of course, the distinction between good and evil, I think, is pretty clear. A lot of people understand that and agree on that.
I am willing to continue if needed, but I would vote to stop and rest.
But even in that respect, I try not to have Lilly be, I guess, what I call storybook evil, where she's evil for evil's sake. It's more about selfish motivations, I guess more or less realistic, I hope. So, in that sense, yeah, I guess, what are some other words you might use? Synonyms like diabolical, scheming, manipulative. In fact, a lot of times she tries to, I guess... Nalia's getting caught there.
What?
Commit evil deeds through proxy. She doesn't necessarily want to commit them herself. Because, of course, she might be implicated. Alright.
I don't usually speak to the likes of you, but hello.
Seeing if she has a scroll of fireball. Yeah, for example, with Irenicus. Of course, she'd like to exact revenge not only for torturing her in his dungeon, but I think he just murdered Dinah here. So, but she doesn't need to actually kill him herself. Of course, that would probably please her. But she'd actually like to hire somebody to assassinate him. Things like that. That's what I mean by committing evil deeds through proxy. Like Edwin, trying to get him in trouble with Mavar. Not necessarily doing anything herself. That's the good versus evil. I'm kind of losing focus. Oh, here we go. Wow, it's a little expensive. I think probably warrants friends. Alright, so what about the lawful part of...
Is it important, peasant?
Lawful evil? To me, and this is just my interpretation of it, and how I try to interpret it, has nothing to do with obeying the letter of the law, or for the laws of the land in general, although a little bit. For example, she still will break the law. I guess the only difference is only if she thinks she won't be caught. That's really the distinction there. Alright. Yeah, not much of a difference. But,
Yes?
to me, lawful evil is not about operating within the laws of the land. It's more about operating within an established structure. And I guess the best analogy I can think of with modern society is organized crime. That to me is a good example of lawful evil. They're operating within the organized crime syndicate, obeying its inner structure and laws, not the laws of the state or the country, of course, as they're racketeering and murder and whatever else. But they certainly obey the laws within the syndicate itself. Actually, we need to stop at the temple, sorry. So that to me embodies lawful evil. As opposed to, let's say, chaotic evil, that of course is also breaking the laws, I guess. But with really no regard for society.
What is it?
Or structures.
You are more than welcome in my sight.
For example, a psychopath might probably murder their mother just as easily as a stranger on the street. It was pretty expensive just to guarantee that not only is going to learn this fireball, but I think it was important enough. Alright.
What?
I am willing...
So, essentially, that's kind of how I view lawful evil. Hopefully that made sense. It wasn't too scatterbrained. And I guess, of course, other aspects of that is, for example, Lily should keep her word, I think, as part of that. And often she doesn't. And my reasoning behind that is Lily's flawed. She's not perfect like anybody else. So she thinks she's more disciplined than she really is. In fact, I often joke with people she's probably closer to, I guess, neutral evil than lawful evil. But she would never admit to that. I think that's the important part. She aspires to be lawful evil, you could say, or at least the lawful part of it. The evil part, I don't think she can help. Actually, I just want to make sure that we're guaranteed for her to learn this. Yeah, chance to learn spell, 150%. Probably bought one potion too many that we didn't even need, but alright. Nalia learning Fireball for Lily. Whoops. But yeah, even in the second edition... Well, now, what is it going to replace? Clairvoyance. Well, yeah. Alright. Clairvoyance is going to have to wait until Nalia gets another slot, I think. The reason we wanted the Fireball was in conjunction with the other summons. So for Fire Elementals, we have Fireball, Spider Spawn for Web, and Summon Undead with Cloud Kill. So at least we have the right combinations. Alright. She didn't learn it to begin with. Okay. So I think while we're here, we're going to stow away some of these items. But yeah, including this, I think, until we're expecting Bodhi to give us a task that'll take us to the cellar of the Shadow Thief Guild. That hasn't happened yet. Oh, we have this pelt. As he's tired. Alright. I think we're going to do this probably next, so we don't need to stow those away, but we do need golden arm and leg. Alright. Yeah, in the...
I'm ready for anything.
Second edition Player's Handbook, I think it is. I actually pulled out a quote. Alignment is a tool, not a straitjacket. I think that's a good quote. It's really just a guideline. It's not something you necessarily even have to obey. Mantle of Waukeen. The Golden Arm and Leg. And the Shadow Thief Cellar Key. Alright. Well, within reason. I think actually... Yeah, we're gonna rest, I think, here for the rest of the day.
What?
Never had rest. No sorry.
Curious if anything's happening while we've been gone. The colony of New Am and Maztika is growing dangerous. I think we've heard that, actually. Alright. But, yeah. Within reason, I think. There actually is, or at least in second edition, a penalty if your character changes alignment. Specifically an XP penalty, so that if you do change your alignment as a character, you actually earn experience at 50%, so it takes you twice as many points to attain the next level. But once you do, there's no more penalty. I thought that was interesting. That's something that I guess a DM could impose on a player as a punishment for drastically changing their alignment. I think we're okay.
Yes?
Yeah, so I guess to summarize, Lily's not perfect. She's not always acting within as lawful evil. But again, I think that's just more realistic as part of her character flaw. But hopefully that all made sense. I think probably pause it here. I think next time we'll be going into the government district for the Volova estate for Bodhi. I guess if you've been watching, thanks, and later.